All right, let me bring up our second comedian and my favorite Air Force Canadian. The very funny, here to entertain you down from Songtan, Mr. Jack Flitton. Jack. Woo! Jack.
No, he's in ours.
I'm in the U.S. Air Force. Yeah! Us!
US Air Force!
Us Air Force! Hi, I'm Jack Flitton, and I did not have funnel cake until I was 23, and now look what it's done to me. Just a few short years. Well, someone doesn't like the USO. I'm sorry. I got to be there, though. It was nice for me. I flew in here recently, and boy, are my arms tired, huh? It's an oldie. It's a goodie, guys. You're supposed to laugh. I was on a plane recently. It was a fun time. And while I was on the plane, I got to join the Mile High Club, huh? Pretty good for someone like me, right? Y'all know what that is. It's when you have intercourse on a plane, in the air. It's exciting. I'm happy about it.
It doesn't count.
Y'all don't have to share my joy. That's fine. But I did find out it's less cool when you do it by yourself. And after about 45 minutes, they really start pounding hard on the door for you to get out of there. You get worried, you know. Okay. I'll get on that. Anyways, that's why my arms are tired. Y'all like animals?
Yeah.
Good, you're all normal functioning humans. I love animals, I love looking at animal facts. Recently I found out that killer whales have learned to speak dolphins so that they can lure dolphins in and eat them. So if you're ever at SeaWorld and you hear your mom calling you, it's time to leave SeaWorld. But I also found out that bats, among any other animal, have the highest rate of homosexuality. So that really explains Robin there. I don't know. I like superheroes. I think the closest thing we have to them in real life, well, not really real life, but a staged Broadway show-esque type thing that happens every week is wrestling. Wrestling is rad. It is filled with superheroes in a live setting. But I don't like the wrestlers as much as I like the referees from wrestling. These people are incredible. I've seen several times where wrestlers will go out into the parking lot and start fighting each other because, you know, rivalry. And 30, 40 refs will just start flying out of nowhere, grabbing these guys, stopping them fighting. One time, my favorite wrestler, Sheamus, was sitting at his friend's house enjoying some cake, drinking some beers with his buds, and his rival busted down the door and started fighting him, and the referees jumped down from the ceiling and stopped everything. So, if John Cena comes in here and Randy Orton follows, be prepared for some of your friends to turn into refs. It's kind of like the Matrix, guys. They're everywhere and nowhere. But I think wrestling, you know, it's good role model stuff. You know, they tell you not to do it at home. And then they do a lot of charity stuff and nice things for people. And that's good, because kids these days are not building enough character. Schools are getting way too stringent on certain things. Like now, bullying is pretty much not a thing anymore at schools. We can tell because look at all the way the kids are now. It's ridiculous. And that worries me because now I'm going to have to home bully my child. I haven't had him yet, so call Child Protective Services now. There's going to be a long waiting list. I'm kind of an abuser in life, though. One time, though, I did try and do a nice thing. I offered to designate a drive for my friends. I thought I'd be a nice guy, you know. And so we go out, and they're all having a good time, you know, drinking and whatnot, and I have a few beers myself. So, yeah, what's the big deal? They got mad at me. I had the table split. Now suddenly I'm the asshole because I'm drinking too. Well, it's not like I wasn't going to drive them still. Surely a little more risky. I'm sure it will be fine. There's no problem with that. But I think I might have some sociopathic tendencies. Back in high school, we got to dissect some things, pig hearts, whatnot. And my favorite one was the squid because I found out some things. In the squid, of course there's the ink sac, but they also have a small piece of cartilage, and it kind of looks like a feather pen, and it's appropriately named the pen. So I took that pen, and I dapped into the ink sac, and I wrote the squid a nice goodbye letter, which is good, because I have plans for my life. I'm going to live at sea. And now when I'm at sea with no power, no internet, no nothing, I'll be able to capture squids, write notes, and send messenger seagulls to Google with requests for pornography. I hope that this works because I am going to be very lonely. Life's disappointing, but it's not always disappointing. I want to tell you guys a story about old man. This man in World War I was a private in the Army, and no matter how hard he tried, God, he tried hard, he could never get promoted past private. And all his bosses told him, it's because you don't have leadership skills. And he did all he could, but he never went anywhere. However, he got out of the Army, and he turned his life around. He became a leader of a very powerful country, and that man's name is Adolf Hitler. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce words good. But it just goes to show that great things can happen. And lots of people say that he wouldn't have been a dictator if he got accepted in art school. Well, recently, one of his paintings sold for $160,000. A little bit late, but hey, dreams come true eventually, guys. Keep holding on. Alright, I'm going to end with a story. In my homeland, there is rumors... Oh, am I going too long?
No, you can do it.
Okay, in my homeland, as Todd mentioned, I'm from Canada. Where in Canada? Would you like to come join me? Alright, anyways, in my homeland, location ambiguous, there is rumor of a mystical, magical cave, and if you go to this cave, it will tell you what you need to know through echoes. So you go to this cave and you start a sentence like, I want to be a better hockey player, so, and the cave will echo back, practice your stick handling. Or I want to get a nice job in finance, and the cave will reply, so you should cut off your ponytail. So I wanted to go to find this cave, and I went and found it, and I wanted to be profound, you know? So I just wanted a simple sentence. And I said to the cave, happiness is. And the cave said back, penises, penises, penises. It's an echo joke, guys. There's no magic. Alright, thank you all very much. Y'all have a wonderful night.